Coming up on First at 4, we'll have the latest on a deadly weekend fire in Morgan County.
President Trump has more to say about the Mueller report. I'm Nicole Killian at the White House with what he says should never happen again to another president.
And the rain chances continue for now, but warmer temperatures later this week. We'll break down what you need to know now on First at 4.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYNT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, sources tell CBS News that Special Counsel Robert Mueller told the Attorney General and his deputy 3 weeks ago that he could not reach a conclusion on obstruction of justice for the president. President Trump and his team are claiming vindication while Democrats continue to press for the full release of the report. CBS's Nicole Killian has the latest from the White House.
In the Oval Office with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, President Trump expressed relief that the Mueller investigation is over.
It was a false narrative. It was a terrible thing. We can never let this happen to another president again.
Special counsel Robert Mueller delivered his report into possible Russian collusion during the 2016 presidential election to Attorney General William Barr on Friday. On Sunday, Barr sent a 4-page summary to Congress. The summary stated several times there was no evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. President Trump's team did a full-court press Monday claiming total vindication, but the summary says the report does not exonerate the president, especially when it comes to obstruction of justice.
They could not conclude there was a legal violation. In other words, a case that they would have moved forward on.
Congressional Democrats have several open investigations into the Trump administration, and they are pushing for the full release of the report.
The majority of the American people want the Mueller report to be made public. I'm especially interested in those aspects of his report that go to whether or not there was an obstruction of justice.
Republican Lindsey Graham wants to look into the Justice Department's actions in the investigation prior to the special counsel's appointment.
Those who believe that the FBI and the Department of Justice were playing politics, that they wanted Clinton to win and Trump to lose, that somebody can satisfy them.
The president said today it wouldn't bother him at all if the full Mueller report were released. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
The House Intelligence Committee is moving forward with 2 public hearings this week on the Trump administration and possible ties to Russia. One is with a former Trump business associate, Felix Sater. Attorney General William Barr is expected to get a grilling on the report when he appears before Congress next month to testify on the Justice Department's budget.
Well, not the perfect Monday forecast, but those scattered showers really been the big story for us. Mostly cloudy skies as well. And as we take a look at some of the cameras, you'll notice Whitesburg looking at once again a gloomy Monday here with plenty of cloud cover and the rain continuing to fall. As you can see, a very wet commute. Stonecrest Golf Course, once again, another wet one. You'll notice not many people today out on the golf links, but if you are looking for some outdoor plans, the rest of the week not looking too bad. More on that here in a second. Pinpoint Doppler showing that activity still working and scattered in nature with heavier showers working through portions of Harlan County and even over into Wise County, Virginia. Decent rain working through there in the city of Norton, and we'll continue to watch this push its way off to the east-northeast, but you'll notice more development already showing up as we work out there to the west-northwest. So more scattered activity expected for tonight. Notice temperatures right now in those low to mid 50s for most, unless you're in Wayne County or Pulaski County, where temperatures are now close to 60. Now, Steve, this is going to cool us down just in time for your Tuesday. Good news is the 70s quickly return right after. The up and down pattern like we're expected in March continues. A full look at the week forecast coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. A family is in mourning after a father and daughter were killed in a house fire. It happened at a home on Sand Lake Road in West Liberty in Morgan County. Chelsea Jones spoke with neighbors who say they are praying for the family.
Investigators don't know what started the fire or where it even started, but what we do know is that a father and daughter were inside the home at the time. Kentucky State Police tell us it happened Saturday morning in West Liberty at a home on Sand Lick Road. A neighbor who lives down the street says he saw flames and smoke rising in the air. He rushed over and called for help. When the Morgan County Fire Department arrived, they found 44-year-old Timothy Gamble and his 9-year-old daughter, Skylar Gamble. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators are trying to determine what led to the fire, but at this point, no foul play is suspected. Neighbors tell us Tim and Skylar were very close and that Skylar was a daddy's girl.
Pray for the family. Don't wish that on anybody. I've seen a lot in 30 years fighting fires and doing rescues in several states out west, forest fires, brush fires, and it don't ever get easy.
Family members say they're in the process of making arrangements. In Morgan County, Chelsea Jones, WKYT.
The family has also set up a fundraiser to raise money for the victims' headstones. A shooting in southern Kentucky has left a man dead and another charged with his murder. It happened on Kentucky 92 in far western McCreary County near the Wayne County line. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has been working to find out more on what happened.
This is Kentucky Highway 92 between Monticello and Stearns. This is a very steep ridge. Kentucky 92 right here in front of me, and a pristine valley right down here. The question now is, why did this murder happen where it did, where neither the suspect or the victim lived? Kentucky State Police were called out to this home just before 7 o'clock on Saturday night. They say they found Jason K. Dishman with gunshot wounds. He was taken to the Wayne County Hospital and he died in the emergency room. Police say that the motive is still under investigation, but that the two men had some kind of argument that escalated into the gunfire. On Monday morning, police announced they had arrested 29-year-old Jason T. Phillips on murder charges. The coroner tells me that Dishman died of several gunshot wounds. The Hicks Vaughn Funeral Home in Monticello will be handling the arrangements. In McCreary County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Jason T. Phillips is being held at the Leslie County Detention Center. McCreary County does not have a jail. One man was arrested following a shooting yesterday in the busy community of Perry County. Police say they responded to a complaint of that shooting just off Big Willard Road Sunday afternoon. Police say 23-year-old William Strong Jr. was shot and taken to the hospital. The suspect, Leroy Caldwell, was later arrested. Kentucky State Police say Strong is fortunate to be alive.
Absolutely. You know, and anytime you have some type of assault with a deadly weapon, it's just, you know, you never know what the outcome may be. Unfortunately, many times those are fatal incidents.
Caldwell is in the Kentucky River Regional Jail facing a first-degree assault charge. Israel's prime minister cut short a visit to Washington to deal with violence at home. A rocket attack from the Gaza Strip destroyed a home in central Israel. Before leaving, he met with President Trump at the White House, where the two had high praise for each other. With Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu looking on, the president signed a proclamation officially recognizing Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights, which Israel says is critical to the country's security and changes decades of U.S. policy in the region.
This was a long time in the making. It should have taken place many decades ago.
President Trump also offered condolences to the 7 wounded Israelis in the recent violence, which include children. Even before Netanyahu left for home, Israel's warplanes were striking back at Gaza, raising the prospect of another escalating confrontation. Arsonists and murderers have confessed to committing their crimes because of hate, but the FBI has not counted them as hate crimes.
Every day that goes by that this issue isn't fixed is a problem, in my opinion.
I'm hoping they're not ignoring a congressional mandate.
Our national investigative team has found the FBI is ignoring a mandate and is not reporting its own hate crime cases to a federal database. In the last month, the team has found dozens more high-profile FBI cases that do not appear in the data, and finally got an answer from the agency on what it plans to do. Tonight at 5:30, a follow-up, more on the measure of hate, the undercounting of hate crimes in our country. Set over to Wall Street now this Monday afternoon. The Dow closes up today more than 14 points. Straight ahead on First at 4, 2 survivors of a deadly high school shooting have apparently taken their own lives. Up next, how the community is dealing with it.
And the rain chances continue for the next couple of hours, but what's ahead after? The answer coming up in 4 minutes.
3 new Nissans, 2 powerful Titans, 1 award-winning lineup. Save big on all of it at Nissan now. No brand received more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for cars and trucks than Nissan. Save big on Rogue with Safety Shield 360. Hurry in and experience why more people are loving Nissan now.
Lease Rogue with 0 down and 0 first month payment, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on 14 models.
Get to Nissan now.
There's no better bacon, egg, and cheese than Bojangles Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit. Come in today for fluffy folded egg, crispy hardwood smoked bacon, and delicious American cheese. All served on a hot, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit baked fresh every 20 minutes. So when you're craving a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, head to Bojangles and bring home the bacon. For a limited time, get 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $3.50. Bojangles, it's Bo time.
So, I really like where this relationship is going.
Definitely.
I mean, we like the same movies. We finish each other's sentences. I think it's time we pop the question. Tell me the truth. Cards or cats?
Well, both.
This is breaking news from Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. 80 to 90% of all people who apply for disabled Social Security or black lung benefits get turned down the first time. Half or more of those believe the process is over. Not so. That's where the experience of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds can help. If you've been turned down for disabled Social Security or black lung benefits, call 1-800-446-0167. Get the process for relief started today. Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds.
Do you have trouble sorting your medications? Trouble remembering if you took your pills? We have a solution for you. It's called MedPack to Go. Available exclusively at King Pharmacy in Hazard. MedPack to Go separates your medications according to what time of day you take them. They're safely sealed and